What's happening, everyone? Henry here from a full story. So guys, today I wanna do a breakdown of our top trades we took throughout the week. um, it's always a bank when we are trading and when we get the clear A plus setups. So here are the setups which we caught, or here are the trades which we caught during this week. So I remember dropping some of the setups even before the moves started, and I'm very happy that maybe some of the guys caught them with me. So here is the thing. Here are the trades. So the first trade was Euro NZD. The second one was AUD JPY. The third one was NZD JPY. And the fourth one was US oil, which hit our stop loss. Of course, it shouldn't be annoying when you hit stop loss, as long as you followed, or as long as you follow your trading plan. You just have to be happy that you followed your trading plan and you showed up during the period of the trade when the markets showed you an opportunity to risk. Let's start with AUD JPY. Now on a higher time frame, let's say daily, we see AUD JPY respecting these highs on a trend line. So when I saw this last week on Friday, when price was around here, I was like, okay, now I'm expecting something. Whenever I see price moving like this, let's say like this, whenever I see price moving like this, respecting this zone first time and then respecting another time, this is where I draw a trend line. Whenever price comes like this, and of course you can see it is moving. This is what we call price action. It's moving like creating a lower low, lower high, following the trend line. So here you can see a clear downtrend, and when price was coming back, just same like here, as price was coming back into this zone, I was like, okay, let me wait for a perfect entry into that zone. So price came here, as you can see around here, price came into this zone around here, and my all bias was sales. In fact, I would have gone in full margin if I got that opportunity, but I know that is not okay at all, because that behavior is not good or in the long run. You may make profits today and another time lose it. Or so of course you just have to risk a certain percentage according to your A plus setups. So this was one of those A plus setups, having noticed that it's a downtrend, it's respecting, it has made a touch into the zone the first time, the second time. So this is a clear downtrend respecting the trend line. So the chances of breaking this trend line were low compared to respecting it. So this is why I anticipated this sell before. So if I go to a lower time frame, let's first go down to 4 hours. If I go to 4 hour, this was my first entry here. I don't enter on a 4 hour, so let me go down to a 30-minute where I get my entries from. So again, if you go to the 30-minute, here is what you can see. You can see something like this. You can see a double tap, what we call a double top. This is what I like most whenever I'm trading. Those guys in my Telegram group, they know I like seeing such a thing. Whenever price is coming into the zone and then creating something I want, which is a double top, I feel like this is my setup, because this is one of those A plus setups which I risk 1%, but of course on this I risked just 0.5 because I had so much entries that day, and of course every day I risk 1.5. That is according to my trading plan. Even though I get a plus setup, if I didn't get it before, I just don't risk more than what is in my trading plan. So I just gave it a 0.5% risk. But well, price moved very nicely here, and it gave me a 1 2 3. Then again I spotted another entry. If you look over here, you know, this market repeats itself. You just need to understand how it moves. So for this case here, this is how I caught another entry after getting this 1 2 3. So when price was coming around here, we saw that whenever price makes something. Let me teach you guys something. Let me teach you some price action. Sorry, wait. Whenever price makes a move or makes a low, it has to make a correction. And most times, whenever it is making a correction, it makes a correction into or a pullback into the zone into the zone where it was respected before. So take a look into this. Price broke here. Now we are clear about this because I showed you this before, that it was a downtrend. So you of course knew this was I know some guys would just say this is a break of structure because this low or this higher low is now broken. We have created a lower low, so or what we call a low. So this other thing over here is a lower low. So some people would say now this is just a break of structure, but of course according to my trading methodology, you just look here and you of course see we are going to retest these zones. Now if you check before, or if you move backwards, you can see this is the recent zone which was respected before. You see this one, it was broken and retested, so it was a support before it became a resistance. Here again a resistance, another here a resistance. So when price was pulling back, or when price was making something like a correction, I of course knew that it was going to possibly stop here and again continue dropping. So I spotted another entry here. This was the entry on a 30-minute after this candle around here. So this was another entry which gave us a clear one. I crossed that 1 to 6. I would have held up to 1 to 8, I know, but I crossed that 1 to 6. So this same trade on AUDJPY, just the same thing was happening on NZDJPY. Not too much difference. If you go to a daily, you will spot something almost the same, in fact the same. A triple touch into the zone, giving you a clear down price action, which is like of course you see here 1 touch, 2 touch, and when I saw price coming here, I knew this was the 3rd touch, and I was waiting on a lower time frame on a 30-minute to see if I can spot an entry. Now you see here on a 4 hour, let me try to zoom in here and you see very well. You see here on a 4 hour, again price gave us a double top in the zone. This is something which I want, which of course, let me show you something, guys. You see, if I open my computer, something which I look at after opening is something, a double top. You can see I love it. Whenever I'm trading and I see something like this, I just feel like, okay, this is my A+ setup. A double top into the zone, a double bottom into the zone. Then I just look for entries, because I know this is a clear setup, which we call a A+ setup. So this was another trade we caught on this was another trade we caught on NZDJPY. Of course, let me show you guys the entry. So this was the entry over here. This was the entry over here. For this trade, I was waiting for a break out of this trend line, because we see we had another trend line confirming that this is a clear downtrend, but again we had another small trend line on a lower time frame. I was waiting for a break of this trend line to go short, and we got it over here. Remember even sharing this same trade in our Telegram community when price was still here. just here. Let me share this a bit. Remember sharing this same trade when price was around here. So I was like, okay, this NZDJPY is gonna drop. Let me see if I have it even here. No. Let me see if I have it here. NZDJPY. You will see, guys, we don't guess, we don't do guesswork here. It's clear understanding how markets move. So if you understand how markets move, and then you whenever an opportunity is given to you by the market, you just be like a robot. You remember last time I told you what my mentor told me? You just have to act like a robot, but again you have to have a certain amount of risk which you are going to put out when showing up in the market, because only taking trades alone will not matter. What will matter is showing up with a clear risk management and a clear risk to reward. This is what I've been telling you before. I sent out this same picture in a group, and I was telling them that showing up in the markets with a clear risk to reward gives you an opportunity in the markets in the long run. These are the same words which I told them, and of course you see this is the setup before. I was waiting for a breakout, and again it gave me a confirmation, a breakout, so we took an entry over here, and it gave us a nice drop. You see over here, you can count by yourself, you can see it, guys. This is not guesswork, this is clear understanding of the markets. A 1 to 8. See, I risk 0.5 per trade, and for this exact setup I got a risk to reward, or a reward of 4% on my account, because here it gave us a 1 to 8, and for if I add up, you can do the math, you guys, you can do the math, you know how we do it. And of course we had a loss on US oil. And again we had another winning trade on Euro NZD. I hope you guys understand this. I rarely take more than 7 to 8 trades per week during these days. Recently I used to take more than even 10-20 trades a week, but right now I rarely take more than 8 or even 10 trades a week. This is what I've been learning, and this is from those guys who are making it in buckets. They don't take they don't trade every day. They only trade whenever they see a beautiful opportunity presented to them. They don't trade every day. So this is where we got a loss around here. Here was our entry, and our stop loss was around here. So you see, we had one touch, two touch, and again on the third touch we broke out of the trend line. So I knew US oil was going to do a pullback, because of course this is against the trend, and I don't advise you guys to trade it unless you have done clear and unless you have done too much of the back testing on that pair you are going to trade. I knew this trade was not a swing trade, so I was trying to day trade on US oil, but again it hit my stop loss, which is okay, because showing up when an opportunity is given to you is what gives you an advantage in the long run, because you don't know which trade will win and which trade will lose. You may think like, let me not take this trade, and again it gives you a clear win, and then that trade which you trust to give you a clear win gives you a loss. You see, now showing up when your trade or when your strategy gives you a confirmation is what makes you a good trader. You just celebrate either a loss or a win, you just celebrate them all. So this is US oil. We broke out So this was a retest into the zone according to me, and again my other confluence was showing me that US oil was going to sell because of this clear kind of divergence. I of course don't trade according to divergence, but I just add it as another confluence. But again, you see, it gave us a loss, which is okay. So these are some of the trades we took over the week, and I hope you guys learned something. So peace out.